This is your new moon pick a card and crystal reading, and this is going to help you with your new moon intentions. At any time that you see this, we're going to look and see if there's anything possibly blocking and what advice the universe, God, source energy has for you, your higher self has for you, to help you set those good intentions and be able to really manifest what you want, stick to the intentions, and we'll just see what comes up. So go ahead and look at the cards and the crystals we have for group 1, the Labradorite with this card, card 1, Selenite for group 2, and the blue agate with this card for group 3. So ask yourself which one has the message for you. It's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If you'd like to book a private session with me, my current offerings are at shannonmaher.com. Hi, group 1. You picked the Labradorite. We're going to see what card you picked to go with it. And we're going to pull some more cards. So right away, we've got the Balance card with Tiger's Eye. And we're going to go ahead and pick some Moonology cards to see what this means for you as far as your setting your new moon intentions. And I'm going to ask, connecting in with your team, your higher self, what is for your highest good to know, do, and focus on having to do with balance. And we're also going to get some information from this Labradorite. So let's pull some cards and get some info first. What does balance have to do for group 1? What do they need to know? Conclusions are within reach. What's for their highest good to focus on? Sorry, what is for their highest good to do right now, having to do with their new moon intentions? Emotions are running high. What is up? I feel like you're stressed out. This is like, it's already kind of showing this already. You've been stressed. There's been too much, like, I'm just getting, it's emotions, but it's like emotional tension. I feel like there's a lot going on. It's like there's been a lot building up inside you, it feels like, and it's starting to come out, and it's just like you can't take it anymore. There's just, you can't hold it in. It's too much. It feels like you're really, like, the words I'm getting right now is high strung. Like it's like aggressive, aggravated energy is starting to come out. Okay. The last category here is what is for your highest good to focus on. So this is having to do with your new moon intentions. So maybe you've already made some intentions having to do with balance. That might be a good idea if you haven't done any intentions yet. And the way I like to do them is I like to use I am statements. So you might do that too. Just, you know, it doesn't have to be totally crazy or intricate. You can just be like, I am in balance now, and just keep saying that throughout the month, saying, you know, giving intent with this new moon energy so it can start building throughout the month. Okay, so we've got don't let pride get in your way, a time to give rather than take. So just to be clear, this is what the universe wants you to know. This is what it wants you to do, and this is what it wants you to focus on. So let me just tune in here for a second. Okay, so this, don't let pride get in your way. This month, as you're helping yourself get back into balance in whatever way that is, it can be health balance, it can be just this balance. I'm just getting the word stress for you, obviously, with all this emotional energy. And don't let pride get in your way. I'm getting that it's time to ask for help. It's like you feel overburdened. There's too much on your plate. It's time to ask for some help and get things back into balance that way. Like, it's too much for you. And also some of this is like holding on to the emotional energy too much. It's time to release some of that. Like, and some of it, it could be through meditation, it could be through exercise. You know, those are kind of the things you can do yourself, but I'm getting that it's time to ask for some outside help with this. Even if you go and get a massage, or if you can't do that, you know, just going and taking a little walk in nature if you can, or just a walk, you know, just maybe with a friend, you know, so it's feels lighter, feels a little more fun. And I think that's what this card is telling you to do also. Like, that's the advice here, time to give rather than take. It's like, let some of these burdens go, let some of this energy, you know, find that trusted person that you can actually like talk to and release some of this stuff to in a healthy way. Maybe you have a therapist, or maybe there's just someone who is like a therapist in your life, you know, someone who's a good listener, who's safe to share whatever is going on. Some people can take it, some people are not the right people to talk to like that. So, you know, you check in with yourself and see if there's someone like that. I just keep seeing like taking a walk with a friend, and as you're moving and you're releasing physically that way, and you're able to talk about your feelings. I feel like so much has been bottled up, and that's like the main thing that's causing this imbalance. Okay. And in relation to your new moon intentions, it's like, it's time to start bringing in, you can pull balance energy into you. We don't have to have any special tools other than ourselves to be able to do energy work. So if you go to my energy healing basics video, it's linked below, look for grounding and cleansing your energy. That will help you ground. It's going to help you release, because a lot of this is other people's stuff. It's other people's, I'm getting opinions, remarks, those kind of criticisms coming at you. And it's like, you can release this stuff by grounding, and we release it into the earth, and it gets cleansed and it's out of you, and then you're bringing your own clean energy into you. So that's a good way to just start working on this and start feeling more balanced. Conclusions are within reach. Like, this is, it's going to get fixed is what I'm getting. It's really up to you. That's why, again, I'm being drawn to this card. It's up to you. If you don't reach out, if you don't do something about it, and it's all bottled up in you, I just feel like this is an explosion here. I'm drawn to this like spot on the card. It just feels like things could explode, not in the greatest way. Okay, let's get some more information. These are also Moonology cards. These are the Moonology manifestation cards. Let's get some, okay. This is, okay, let your fears dissolve and go for it. I feel that this is talking about going for whatever the healing is here, whatever the help is here. It's just like picking up the phone and calling someone. It could be a family member, it could be a friend, it could be, you know, there's a lot of different options. If there is absolutely no one, reach out to your higher self and do a little bit of writing. Okay, let your fears dissolve. This is another thing. If you go to my energy healing basics, there's a video on how to release energy. This is how you can start to work on this fear. We can put the fear, you know, we can clear it, and we can do energy healing techniques for that. And as you're clearing the fear out, then that's first of all a big stress relief. It's a big stress relief to ground your energy and to clear some of this emotional stuff. And clearing other people's energy out of your space. I feel like this card in particular is like, it's your own like anxious energy building and building, but I feel like this is mostly coming from other people and not like your own self. I feel like you might have a tendency to go into anxiety sometimes. I'm getting like a pattern of possibly like anxiety, but then there's like a depression, you know, feeling also on the other side of it. So it feels like trying to hold things together, holding everything in, and it's just, you know, this is telling you that it's just time to get that into balance for yourself. And then you've also picked this awesome Labradorite. I hope you can see these cool colors in it. And Labradorite typically goes with magic energy, and what I'm getting is like the kind of magic where you're tapping into your own power and using that to make changes. And that's what's so cool about the new moon, is that we have this already kind of, you know, energy that we're kind of immersed in that we can use to benefit us and make changes. So it's like you can look at all these cool rainbow kind of colors inside. You can pull the energy in from the stone that's been energized for you to help you. And I feel like the vibration of this is helping you to get in a better space where you can even start to think about, well, what does balance even look like anymore? I don't even know what it looks like anymore. So look at the crystal, pull the energies into you, just let them come into you. Let that vibration start to work on you so that you can start thinking about like, well, what kind of balance would be good for me right now? What do I want? You know, maybe what you might be so far out of balance that what you want seems so far out of reach and so maybe too much to ask for. I think that's what this is bringing up also. It's just like, it's almost too much to ask because it seems so extreme to go from this really out of balance place over to just the middle, when really it's just kind of in the middle. It's not like something super extreme that you're needing and wanting. And okay, what else is a message for group 1? Yeah, I'm getting drawn back to this card really to really go for whatever it is that you feel is going to help you balance out this energy, even if it's something you don't normally do. I'm like, if you are near a beach and you can get your bare feet on the sand, that would be so awesome. Like, just keep getting like massage. Like, maybe you've never gotten one, but just, you know, I think it would be a really good, any kind of like body work would be a really cool thing. Okay, focus on the positive. I know that that's really hard when we're just in this gnarly space. And this is what is so helpful about clearing the fear and being able to ground our energy. And like I was saying before, it makes it a lot easier to get into a positive space and to focus on the positive. It doesn't mean like you have to pretend and lie to yourself and be like, everything's great, you know, but there's always something, some little thing. I'm really drawn to this picture of how it's like kind of mostly dark, but there's like these little lights, you know, there's always some little light in life somewhere, you know. And again, I feel like whoever this is that you might be reaching out to is one of these brighter lights, you know. Like, ask yourself, who's somebody that I could reach out to, call, take a walk with, connect with, you know. It could even be someone you don't know. Like, okay, here's an example. I was feeling yucky and down, and just, I don't know if it was overall energy. I think there was some big shifts going on, and I watched a video podcast with someone who's super uplifting and entertaining and positive, and it brought me right up. I just turned everything else off, and then I started getting productive again. So ask yourself who this is that can help you, and just and they'll be happy to help you. I feel like they're, you know, they're a friend, or just someone, even like what I'm saying with one of these videos. Like, I've gotten comments back on videos like that I've watched, that I've made comments on, where it's just like, this helped me so much, you know. And just when those people write back, it really made my day, because I'm like, oh, there's so many people, you know, watching them. They took the time to write me back, and it just made me feel good. So someone's touching my arm. Okay, that could be my dad, but anyway. Okay, anything else here we need to cover before we move on? Yeah, ask yourself who it is Who's the best person for you to reach out to, and see who pops into your head first. And reach out. Okay, one more card for group 1. Yeah, I'm feeling like in order for you to even be able to take advantage of this new moon energy and going into, you know, another little 28-day cycle, mini cycle of positive and new energy, possibly, that releasing this stuff and connecting is like going to be really important for your balance and your ability to just come up with some intentions, you know. And maybe for this month it's just I am in balance, and then just see how that manifests. Say it every day. Give it, you know, say I am giving intent to be in balance now with this new moon energy now, and just see what comes up. It might, I feel like some things are going to surprise you about what is throwing you out of balance. It's like, you know, some of it could be physical. You might like become more aware. Maybe I'm feeling for some of you, you're going to become even more sensitive to, say, like things on your diet that are throwing you off balance. So it might become more obvious when you start to focus on this. I think some of this is people, the kind of people that are causing you stress that you're, you know, not this person you're going to reach out to, but, or people, could be a group. Yeah, I feel like as you're saying your affirmation, your intention for the month, I am in balance, it's going to just become more and more obvious what is throwing you off. And I feel like that's what this card is talking about, a time to give rather than take. I feel like the giving is not giving more of yourself. It feels like releasing to me with this card right here. Okay, one more card for you guys. Reflect on your priorities. Very good. Again, this is tying in with the balance. The priorities to me feels like you've been prioritizing other people and their feelings over your own. And it feels like some of it has taken a toll on your health. It feels like it's, you know, that the stress has just become way too much. Okay, I'm going to ask the Labradorite for any last messages. Any last messages for group 1? What are you here to help them with? I'm getting the words hope and inspiration. That's what this magical energy is for you. You feel like you've kind of lost some hope, and the inspiration, just there's no motivation there, because when you're feeling so depleted and stressed, it just, you can't get that oomph going, you know. Even when you drink extra caffeine and coffee, it doesn't work. Because it's having to do with your life force energy. I'm getting like this crystal is helping you with your chi, with raising your vibration. That's what the energy healing does too. That's what, you know, focusing on anything spiritual is going to help you raise your vibration. And also some of this health possible, you know, with your foods and things, and getting some good nutrients, and that way some living foods, good water. Yeah, hope, inspiration, motivation, momentum. It's like one thing after another. So first you start getting a little bit of inspiration. So I feel like the inspiration is coming from, you know, letting go of some of this energy over here, the stress, doing that grounding and releasing video that I have. If you don't have a way to do it for yourself, trying to focus on any little positive thing. Reach out to the brightest stars that can help you here. Start releasing the stuff you've been picking up from other people, which is also in the grounding video. Clear some fears and really get in touch with your own balance. You know, I am in balance. I am in optimal balance, and see what comes up throughout the month that shows you. All right. I hope this helps you. I will be back soon with another pick a card reading. Lots of love to you. Bye. Hi, group 2. You picked the Selenite. So awesome. And this is your card, How Light and Reason. So let's find out what this means for you as far as this new moon and your intentions and intention setting. So we're going to pull some cards from the Moonology deck and get some information for you. What is for Group 2's highest good to know, do, and focus on during this new moon and setting intentions, realizing their intentions. Okay, we've got have faith in your dreams. I'm just going to pull the cards out. Take time to breathe out. Nothing is yet set in stone. Okay, so I'm getting that this reason card is having to do, like, I feel like you're freaking out a little bit, okay? Just like, you really, really want this thing that you're setting your intentions for right now, which is awesome. And yes, have faith in your dreams. Like, universe, God, source energy wants you to have faith in your dreams, because that's how you manifest them. Like, just acting as if it's happening, believing it, you know, saying your intentions or affirmations and keeping yourself in that vibration to just keep. I'm feeling like these irrational thoughts come into your head about, like, you know, what if this doesn't happen the way I want? And okay, that's why we're getting this card right here. Take time to breathe out. Okay, nothing is yet set in stone. It feels like some of it is really, really wanting something, and some of it is just worrying that however it ends up is not going to be the way that you want it to be. Okay, so that's why we're getting this nothing is yet set in stone. Like, you know, and maybe your intentions can be something about, like, I am flexible, I am going with the flow. You picked the Selenite, so Selenite is just a really cool high vibe stone, and I'm going to ask it what it's going to help you with as far as this new moon cycle and setting your intentions. It's definitely helping you to get in touch spiritually, because this is like a bunch of fear type of energy coming up, and it's like we want to just get really immersed in that spiritual energy, you know, trusting that God source energy has our best interests, you know, at hand, and allowing ourselves to be guided. I feel like, first of all, I energized this crystal for this group so you can pull the energy into, look at it, get into the vibration of it, and just let it, I feel like it's washing some calming energy over you, helping you get back in touch spiritually, helping you to get that divine guidance. Because when you're irrational and freaking out, and it's interesting too, because, oh, I thought that was, oh, okay. These cards have different elements that go with them, and for a second I thought it was a storm energy card, but I think it's a wind one. But anyway, so that's another message to get in touch spiritually and ask for the guidance, and just, you know, just start allowing yourself to relax and just get into more of a flow, because that's going to help you when it, you know, as things start to fall into place. I'm really drawn to this flower of life, sacred geometry here, because it's like everything's falling into place. There's a perfect place for everything. It's all like balanced and awesome. Okay, so this is part of what you can be focusing your affirmations on for this month, your intentions, is that you're relaxing into this, allowing things to fall into place, just taking the time to relax, finding ways to relax, and not trying to control everything. Like, there's divine order here is what I'm getting. Okay, we're going to the other Moonology deck, the Moonology manifestation cards. Like, have faith in your dreams. I'm going to pull back to this card again. It's like you have a really good, rad idea or ideas. There's a project, there's something going on here. So just, you know, believe in, you got the inspiration for a reason. So it's like trusting in this dream that you have, trusting that the inspiration came through. It's a divine inspiration. You have tapped into this spiritual energy before. That's where this came from. So, you know, let's get some of the thinking out of the way and just get into trusting that it's all going to work out. Okay. What is for height? Oh, I didn't even have to ask the question. Okay, let's see. Did these go? Okay, these are all going together. Know your worth, assess the situation, open up to change. Okay, so this dream that you have is worth it. You're worth having it. It's good for you to have this dream. And, you know, sometimes we need to like look at what's happened so far and just realize, like, you know, things are going in a good direction until I start getting into this freak out space. And then that's when, you know, I start to see that it's not, you know, energy blocks come up. Things start to happen that make this all feel out of balance. And then I feel like there's a cycle happening where then you get freaked out, you know, instead of just remembering, like, you deserve this inspiration. It came to you from the divine. So just stay in that knowing, stay in that trust, and be open to the changes that are coming, because it feels like it's all going to work out. It's all a good change. It feels like there's going to be a little bit of bumpiness. You know, let's not, like, again, nothing is set in stone with this, you know, assessing the situation. It's like when you get a little out of balance and you're starting to get in this space, like this fear space, like what I was just talking about, where it feels like funky things start happening. Don't get stuck on that as if like this is the end all be all, this is how it's going to work out. No, like, it has to do with your vibration. If you are not feeling worthy of the thing, you're going to start seeing signs that match that vibration. So we want to work on some self-worth. That could be a good thing to focus on this month for your intentions, is I know my worth. I know my worth. I am worthy. Those types of things. And you can also look at my Energy Healing Basics series of videos. They're linked under this video, and look for how to release energy. You can release lack of self-worth, you know, follow the instructions in that video. And then you can also pull in openness energy, like we do it right now. Just pull in openness energy into your body, into your aura, opening up to change, because the change feels freaky. Of course it feels freaky, especially when you're not feeling super connected spiritually. Then things start happening and it just feels like things are not working out, but really they are. And just stay in this vibration that you're worthy of whatever it is that you're going for right now. Okay, let's get a couple more cards. See the bigger picture relating to this. It's not all set in stone yet. It's like, I feel like you're getting caught up on details over here. Like when things are changing, there can be a lot of chaos. So not everything is going to be perfect as the change is happening, but we don't want to hang on to just these little details of like, and being like sort of negative about it. Like, oh, this is not cool, you know, and there's a bigger picture happening here. So let's give some intent spiritually for guidance and seeing what the bigger picture is, so that you can then focus on the end results and trust in the divine timing and the divine placement of whatever the things are that are falling into place. Okay, let's get one more card. What is group 2's highest good to know, do, and focus on? Okay, forgive. Who or what do you need to forgive? Is it yourself? I feel like there's a pattern here of letting people do things like when you're younger, maybe like half your adult life, something like that, where you let things slide with people, and there's a lot of kind of hurt and just these kind of heartache things that built up, you know, and that's really tying into your worth, because we all have these things happen, but it's like we need to work on them, you know, if we want to feel good, if we want to trust even, you know, God and the universe to guide us, is to get into the space of forgiveness. So you can focus on your heart chakra. The center of your chest is your forgiveness point. You can put your hand over that spot and your other hand on your forehead and do some releasing, do some breathing out of any lack of forgiveness. I think especially it started with a pattern of having like a lack of forgiveness towards other people, and it went over into you having a guilt feeling for yourself. So let's go ahead and release any guilt over, like, you know, everybody makes mistakes. So it's like, don't worry about that. Just let's move on. And actually the last video I just made is an energy healing reading video. And I do forgiveness, energy healing for forgiveness in that video. So I'm going to link that below also, so that you can go to that and work on yourself there. Okay. Any other messages for group 2? All right, I think we're good. All right, thanks group 2. I hope this helps you. Bye. Hi group 3. You picked the blue agate and this card. So let's find out what it is. And we have blue lace agate with innocence. And it's interesting because I've had this crystal for so long, and sometimes I've thought it was blue lace agate, but it never quite looked exactly like the picture. So I've just called it blue agate this whole time. But my pendulum told me earlier when I first saw your card that it was a blue lace agate. So I feel like whatever the message is that comes through today, it's like an extra, gives it extra oomph, whatever it's going to tell us today for you. Okay, so let's start tuning in. I'm tuning into your higher selves, your spiritual teams, my spiritual team. Okay, messages for the highest good of group 3. What is for their highest good to know, do, and focus on for this new moon, for setting their intentions, for helping with their intentions. Okay, this is the Moonology deck. Let's just grab some cards. Okay. Expect powerful change. Okay, what did I just say? I felt like this is giving more power to whatever the energy is that's coming out in this reading. Okay. Yeah, let's grab a couple more. Expect powerful change. Sometimes I just grab the cards. A win-win outcome is forecast. I like that. Okay, this one just flipped. What do you need to release? Okay, let's look at all these cards and the crystal for a minute. So I'm asking my team, what is this innocence card? What is the main message? Because this is like the main theme of this month for you, starting at this new moon, your intentions, and what's going on with you. I feel like the message is to get back to, like, I feel like there's been a lot of, it's kind of like anger, blame, negative thinking, those kind of thoughts starting to come up. And I feel like there's some grief in here. It feels like I'm getting the word battered, like you've been battered around and you just feel beat up, and it's time to start giving some intent to get back to your own innocence, as far as like before all this stuff happened. I feel like I'm getting the image of just like this ship in these crazy storms in the sea, and it's just like you feel beat up in a lot of ways, and it's time for you to get back into your own power to change this. And I'm getting grief again, grief, depression. It's like these kind of lower vibrational energies. It feels like you've been kind of stuck in those energies for quite a while. So this is your chance. I love that this is a new moon eclipse card. We are going into eclipse season pretty soon. So, and eclipses are even stronger with the energy. So it's kind of like if an eclipse is like a new moon on steroids, it's like reiterating this message. There is a powerful shift coming for you, and it's just up to you to really set your intentions to flow with that energy, like get on that wave. I'm seeing like the water again. It just feels like there's been turbulence and a lot of emotional stuff going on. I feel like for some of you, this is like divorce energy. I feel like this push, this pulling, like I see the rope and it's like one person pulls it one way and the other person pulls it the other way, and maybe there's kids, property, or something in the middle. It feels like this pushing and pulling, and I'm being shown like it's like when the rope gets dropped, that's when this win-win can come in. So you can set your intentions to get back before things got all crazy like that, before whatever the situation is that has made you feel like you're in that energy. It's you can set your intentions to go back to this space that you were in before all of this stuff happened. Okay, what do you need to release? What is keeping you in that pushing, tug of war type of energy, this battered tug of war, using all of your energy for focusing on this thing, when really, if you get into a space of release, you can ask yourself right now, what do I need to release that's going to get me into this win-win energy where you win and the other person wins, or the other people, or it's just like an all-around peace and harmony, I feel, is the big change that's coming in. If you focus on it, if you give do your intentions and really like get into the energy of it. And like I've been saying in all the readings, I like to say I am statements for my goals and my intentions. And, like I am in a peaceful space where all is well and I feel harmony. I am in harmony with this win-win situation. Like ask yourself, what is the right way to word it for you? Okay. This is for group 3's highest good to know. I'm focused on in this new moon and intention setting. I'm going to tell you a cool story about this exact crystal when we're done. While we're sitting here, you can go ahead and I've energized it, look at it, see what, feel the energy from it, let the energy from it go into you. It is a very healing stone. Okay, we've got expect powerful change, be humble. I feel like this message is telling you, like, being humble, like really accepting that big change can happen, good change can happen. It's not just what you can control and do. Like divine order can come out of this chaos that it feels like has been happening here. It can all be just inside your mind too. It's just this push, I want to say push-pull energy, but I get the tug of war energy where it's like, it feels like there's a lot of restrictive thoughts for some of you inside your head, where it's like you don't feel like any choice is a good choice, when really, like, if we can release I'm getting it's a lot having to do with frustrations and anger and getting that energy out of the way, out of your vibration, so your vibration can come up, so you can start to feel more like, it's really like getting back to yourself again. Then you can start to get these divine inspirations coming in where it's like, okay, well, that can be a good thing and a good thing over here at the same time, or for both of us at the same time. But it's like being humble, like letting the energy of the universe come in, like asking for it to come in to help you, asking for God, angels, whatever, you know, your ancestors to come in and help with this change. Being humble, like realizing that there's a power that can come through you, and it can be your own inner self power, your higher self also, you know. But I think this humble card, being humble card, is talking about like just getting out of the way for a minute and letting, you know, like good, powerful, positive forces come through. Okay, let's get some more information for group 3. Just gonna pick a card. Clear your mind. Okay, that's exactly what we were just talking about here. Clearing anger, frustrations, resentments. You can look at my energy healing basics videos. They're down below this video. Look up how to release energy and follow that video and use whatever is coming into clutter your mind to clear your mind. You can do the grounding and releasing energy video first and get yourself grounded. That's going to help start clearing up your mind, which is going to bring you back to this like reset innocence kind of space. So you can use that video. You can use the video for how to release energy, to release this frustration and anger. And that is going to help you get not only back into this space, but get in a clearer mind of like, well, if we're setting intentions, this is a new moon, we're putting forward, like planting seeds for what we want to create or what we want to manifest, especially over the next month. If you have a clear mind, then you can get into even better intention setting. Get clear on what it is that you want to manifest. Right now, it could just be like, I am allowing my higher self to guide me. I am allowing God's source energy to guide me. Okay, one more card. Think it through. Okay. I feel like this energy of anger, frustrations, resentments, other, things to clear, that there's a deeper level of it that you haven't looked at yet. So this might be a good time to get a reading from someone. You can get a reading from me or do a healing reading with me. Just go to shannamaher.com. I'm doing energy healing readings. So it's like a reading that is totally specific to you. And then we do energy healing to clear the emotions or do whatever it is. If you're not into that, I would suggest doing some writing to your higher self and asking, like, where is this anger? I just get its anger so strongly. Where is it coming from? There's like a surface level to it and the frustration, but there's something deeper underneath. So, and then once you have that figured out, go and do the videos that I have on this channel to actually clear the energy that's coming up so that you can be in this clear mind space, so that you can get into the win-win outcome and have the powerful positive change. All right, let's ask this blue agate. What else is for group 3's highest good to know? What are you here to help them with? I'm just kidding. It's this, again, is like a higher self communication tool for you. Even without you personally having a piece of blue lace agate, you can use this one. You can just pull the energy into you and really get into the vibration of it. It is a very calming and healing type of stone. This, and all crystals are different, so I feel like they have, you know, they're kind of inherent things they help with, but then you've got to look at like each one is an individual. So I feel like this one is here to help you just getting into that calm space, relieving some of this depression. I feel like some of this anger, what's underneath it is really it feels like a low grade, you know, I'm not diagnosing you or anything. It's not like that. I'm just feeling like this pattern of feeling down and low has been going on for a while. And it's like, you know, it comes out as anger and frustration sometimes, but really it's just, there's like this kind of lack of hope feeling that's been going on for a while. So let's get out of that and get back into this reset of, you know, feeling like you again. Okay. And I'm going to tell you my story. When I was teaching crystals, one of my students picked this crystal. I was teaching how to use crystals and work with crystals. And I asked her, what does this crystal feel like to you? You know, what does the vibration feel like? And she came up with, it felt like she was the feeling like when you're petting a dog. And I picked this up and I used it in a healing for myself. And it made a pain in my back go away that I had had for a long time. It was like this gnarly, I thought it was just from car accidents I had. But after I used this crystal for crystal healing, I realized that that pain in my back was coming from sadness, grief, depression over losing my dog, my first love, Choopy. And it was just such a beautiful healing to have with my crystal, with my student who came up with that. It was a healing for me. It was amazing. So I encourage you to use, I energize this crystal for you. So for this group to help you guys with whatever it is that you need. I really feel like there's a pattern, like I said before, a depressive sort of joyless pattern underneath the surface that's been going on for a long time. So, you know, let's just clear what we can, start working on the energies, get your vibration up. That's what the energy healing videos are for. They help you to release things and get your vibration up. And let's get back to the real you so you can feel good and have your awesome positive change. Powerful positive change. All right, thanks. I will be back soon. Lots of love to you. Bye.